the guys that are running with our ones, we've purposely kept the hits off of them all year, knowing that this time comes around and they're still fresh because we haven't beat them up all year.
Oh, yeah, I feel good. The coach told me, he goes, I was going to give you a lot of carries, and I told him I'm ready, and that's what we did. And my line blocked for me, and I just ran the ball.
After averaging just a half dozen carries a game throughout the first 10 weeks of the season, Elijah Genenbacher got the opportunity on Saturday to channel his fullback predecessors at Camp Point Central with a retro 26-tote, 226-yard rushing performance that helped power the Panthers back to the state quarterfinals.
These guys are good on the edges. As you saw, we didn't hit the edges much, but we knew that up the middle that with 205 pounds that Elijah could have a big game. And Coach talked about it all week. He talked about, we played some of these 4-4 teams in the past, and our fullbacks have gotten 30 carries.
Turning the playbook back a decade only feels like the football coaching equivalent of playing four-dimensional chess if it works. And the Elijah game both better unlocked not only his blocking up front,
knowing what they were going to do because we played them in week 2. The line knew who they had to block, when they had to block it, and what play they had to block on. And so they got a really good push, and it was green grass from there.
But Drew Paben's finishing flourish down the stretch as well.
Well, obviously it's going to be good for him when he's getting all those carries and all the yards, but it also helps us out because they can't just go out for the outside runs anymore. They have to be ready for Elijah going up the middle, and he sets us wingbacks up for big carries on the outside.
And yet the offensive component of it all may well have been Genenbacher's lesser contribution on Saturday to victory, pairing it with a masterful 13-tackle effort that took Calhoun's potent attack way out of its comfort zone.
Probably the best offense and defense, like all around best probably game I've ever seen him play in my life.
I knew we had to get a lot of momentum going, and we had to just keep running it down their throats and getting some good stops to get momentum and get excitement going.
I don't mess with him. They get in some of their formations. Coach, where you want me to line up? I said, wherever you want to line up, because he knows this defense as well as me. I don't want to put him in a bad spot. I rarely ever blitz him because he's so good at getting his reads. So yeah, to have him back there, no matter what kind of play they're running, whether it's edge stuff, inside stuff, pulling guys, counter, he picks it up well. He watches so much film. He's just a student of the game. So obviously, yeah, to have him back there at middle linebacker, and he's only a junior, which is huge.
They like the double a lot, so probably trying to defeat that double. That it frees up our linebackers with the double team. So if our linebackers can make plays, we should win almost every game.
You had a chance to clean, and I know you don't get that opportunity at linebacker if your defensive line isn't doing what they did. They set you up pretty well today, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, they did. They got on them guards, which allowed me to get around them and just make the tackle. And if without them, I couldn't get around the blockers in the first spot. So I give it all to them.
It's really good having a guy back there that will finish plays, always finish forward. He's never going to finish backwards, and he'll always give you credit for what you do.